Hello again, everyone. Age of Dune here, and we are back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. Two Shoutcasts ago, one of the comments requested that I do a game with one of the pro level players as Talon. So I did some searching around on the probuilds.net to see who was playing Talon recently. And Damden was actually the only one I could find that recently played Talon that actually shows up in ProReplay.net. So, went ahead and played this one. This was actually recorded 4 days ago as of today. I have a feeling this is probably recorded during the time that he was helping Reggie to get to mid or something. I don't know, maybe not though, because he's mid, so he wouldn't take mid if he's trying to help train Reggie. So, I'm not sure what's going on, but he is actually, at the time of this recording, Diamond 2. So not completely, he's not, he is pro-level player himself. He really is. He's been in League for a long time, and he's always high elo. He just hasn't made it up to there yet. So it's just not reflected in his leagues. But we'll get to see how he ends up playing and everything. Obviously, it's not going to be a cast that centers solely on him, as this is a regular Shoutcast, but we will get to see him and hopefully see some awesome plays by him. He's going to be, I see the Rain Man is on the enemy team, which is kind of cool. Haven't seen much of the Rain Man in a long time. He used to stream and stuff, but I don't see him stream or anything anymore. He used to be in TSM, but that was a long time ago, and that's been long gone. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the players here while we're waiting for it to actually start. We've got Tryndamere, played by Jetro, versus Jax, played by Korean Shiny. In the mid lane, we're going to have Talon, played by Mandin, also known as Dan Din. He's Andy Din's brother, Reginald's brother. And he's going to be against Syndra, played by 082. Alright. Bot lane, we've got Draven, played by Super Zito. And he's going to be... Really? He's going to be against Vayne, played by YOLO Swagasaurus. That makes me feel dirty just saying the name. But I'll be alright. Alright, Thresh is the Gilf Hunter with a 3 instead of an E. He's going to be against Leona, played by AU. And finally, wait a minute. That's a Jungle Talon. What the? Okay, just noticed. Should have noticed from the summoners, but I didn't. That's a Jungle Talon, which I've not actually seen before, and I'm kind of surprised to see that. So that'll be something new for us here. Alright, the actual mid laner is Orianna, played by Homemade Haku. Really should have noticed that a long time ago, but I didn't. And it looks like Mandin's actually going to go ahead and invade here. Probably going to successfully get this red buff, because Fiddlesticks is way the heck over here. But he may instead decide to just kind of camp out here and wait for Fiddlesticks to get there, and then go in and kill him. Looks like he's going to go steal the Wraiths, actually. Alright, so finally, the Rain Man is playing the Fiddlesticks as the red team's jungler. Wanted to see what's going on up here. Looks like Tryndamere actually did quite a bit of damage to Jax, which is kind of unusual because you don't see that all that much with Tryndamere. Oh, they just decided to duke it out. Oh, there we go. There's the Ignite. And Jax is just about dead. Oh, the stun comes out. Oh, is that Ignite going to kill him? It does. First blood goes to Tryndamere, though. So that puts him a little bit ahead there. And they ended up trading kills, but first blood went to Trynd. So nice little duel there between the two of them. Neither one's going to have much of an advantage there. Tryndamere's coming back to lane with a Vampiric Scepter, whereas Jax is coming back to lane with double Dorans. So, we'll see what ends up happening there. It's all just different build paths. Syndra's actually done a lot of damage here to Orianna. Orianna's having a pretty bad time. I kind of wonder if this is Reginald. Because 4 days ago, I'm pretty sure this might be Reginald. I'm not 100% certain. But 4 days ago would probably be right about the time that they were actually working on training up for the mid lane. So yeah, this might actually be them. I'm not certain though, so don't take my word for it. I'm just speculating here. There we go. Fiddlesticks is finally a red buff, and Talon says hello. In he goes. Uses the ability to slow him down. Jumps to him as well after the fear wore off. Gonna go ahead and chase him away, but he's not gonna be able to kill him as of yet. Who's that? Rake? Rake, yes. Wanted to check to make sure. Lots of back pings coming here from the red team. I'm going to rake him again, slow him down, and just kind of keep him away. The The red ward just wore off, so he might actually be able to go ahead and do something. Oh, Oriana just died. Alright, Syndra. Actually, Syndra's pretty far behind. Nice stun from Syndra there. And that actually did a lot of damage there to Oriana. There we go. There's the ball. She's picked it up, and she's going to throw it down in a moment. There we go. Ignite comes out. Question is, will Syndra go down? I do not believe so. I think she's going to be fine here. It gets pretty low, but she's not going to go down unless Mandin is able to go ahead and take her out. There we go. Flashes her stun there, and he does end up taking her down. He got low as well, but he's still going to... He took her down, and he's not going to go down himself. So he's going to get out of that. Got revenge for Oriana. And in the meantime, Fiddlesticks tried to gank top. Didn't end up doing really anything to Trin from the looks of it. I mean, how did that go so wrong for them? Alright, so he's coming in. In plain sight. How are you going to gank like this? What? He's just walking up and starts life siphoning a minion. Alright, so that is the most awesome gank I've ever seen. What the heck? I have no idea what was going on there. But I guess he was just hanging out to get some XP since he couldn't get his red buff. He is going to be able to get his red buff now, and he knows it. I think, because he just saw that Talon went mid and took a lot of damage there in that gank. So really now would be the best time for him to go ahead and do that, because he can easily take that. But he did just use... Did he just use his smite? He did just use his smite. But he could still take red buff down. There we go. He is going in on it. And he's going to go ahead and grab that now. Still kind of confused about that gank up there, but whatever. And it looks like Talon's just down here. Not too much from the looks of it happening down here. Vayne is actually ahead of Draven in CS, which is kind of unusual. Draven's a massive early lane bully. So to have somebody like Vayne, who is definitely not at all an early game bully, ahead in CS is actually kind of saying something there. But at the same time, never mind, because it was just the way the waves were going. Now that the waves are equal, they are, well, Draven is 1 CS behind, so they're actually just pretty much even here. It was just the way the wave was. I really should have thought about that, but I didn't. And looks like these guys fought again. Didn't look like anybody died there. There we go. Jax did a little bit of damage there. Tryndamere turned around, did some damage back. Stun came out, and he smacked him around some, but Tryndamere healed it back up, and then took some more from Jax. Trynd has that heal, whereas Jax does not. So that is going to give Trynd the edge in the long time fights like this. So Jax is going to have to watch out. He can't do long-term trades like that. He's got to either go all in or just not take the damage. And there we go. Is he going to get the stun? No, he does not get the stun because the slide there comes out from Tryndamere. They're still duking it out. And Tryndamere is able to go ahead and finish him off. There's a really good juke there from the Tryndamere. He knew exactly what the Jax was going to do. As soon as... let's go rewind and watch it. Slow-mo. Well, when you get there. No. Alright, so he sees that the Jax starts charging his little twirly thing. There we go. And he knew that he's going to jump to him. So he spun out just as Jax jumped there. And that put him just out of range. So now Jax doesn't have his jump, and nor does he have his stun. So Tryndamere said, I can take him out now. So he did just that, turned around, and went in on the Jax and was able to go ahead and finish him off. Talon was coming to gank if need be. Wasn't even necessary. Tryndamere was able to solo that. And that is really good for Tryndamere. It's going to give him a bit more of a lead. He's going to be able to press this to the tower, which he is doing actually very quickly. And that means Jax just missed out on a lot of stuff. He's going to miss out on this big minion, and pretty much the rest of the wave, actually, I think. And it's going to give Tryndamere the time to get a lot of damage on this tower, too, which is pretty big. But Jax is on his way back out. He's coming back with a Vampire Scepter of his own. Missed the grab there. So he can definitely outduel the Tryndamere right now, although Tryndamere does have 6, whereas Jax does not. And Tryndamere's probably going to go ahead and head back fairly soon, and that's going to completely change that around. So Tryndamere will no longer be outdueled by Jax. But we'll see what ends up happening. Looks like Tryndamere's just kind of still sticking around, taking tower shots, actually. Interesting place to go back. No, he was just faking it. And Syndra is walking through the enemy jungle. Okay, she's just warding. Interesting. It's a pretty deep ward there. She went for a very deep ward. And now Oriana has to watch out as Syndra is kind of coming toward her. Nope, didn't happen. And Trindamir's back at his tower now, and he did not end up going back, which means that now either he's going to have to keep himself alive under tower, or he's going to miss out on CS. It looks like he's going to go with the keep myself alive under the tower and not die to the Jax, which, you know, is always nice to do. Not die. But we'll see if Jax ends up going for the turret dive. I would not at all be surprised. Bot lane, it just looks like nothing's really happening down there. Oh, Trindamir's actually going in on the Jax now. There we go. He's got full rage, so he does have a pretty good heal. He's also got that ulti. There we go. The stun comes out. He's going in on Jax. He ignites the Jax, and there we go. Okay, so he ended up going down there. He ultied a little too soon and ended up going down to the ignite from Jax. So he probably shouldn't have gone quite as hard in as he did. On the plus side, he is coming back to lane now with quite a bit more gold. He's going to be coming back with Berserker's Greaves, a dagger, and a Brawler's Gloves. But Jax is coming back with builds a lot of Cutlass, which will slow down Trindamir's attacks by quite a bit. So, honestly, in my opinion, he should have left when he had this to the tower and he saw Jax come back. Right then would have been a great time to head back, I think, because Jax isn't able to push that fast. So he probably could have gotten back to the tower right about the time that the minions got there, which would be perfect. Oh, nice punt back from Vayne there. And not much going to happen here. Mid lane, still nothing much happening here. These guys are just kind of hanging out and CSing. CS-wise, Orianna is 3 ahead of the Syndra here. But Syndra does have that kill. Actually, I mean, they're pretty much even. She has an assist. I don't remember her getting an assist. Oh, yeah, she did. Because Talon came in. Oh. Hold up. There was a gank here. We see Fiddlesticks hanging out at the tower. And there we go. Leona goes in, and Thresh tried to grab the Vayne there. He missed it, though. He flashes out. Now Draven's a little bit caught out. This ulti comes out from Leona, and Draven's getting really low. The ulti comes out from Fiddlesticks. Draven finally goes down. Fiddle's taking the tower, but he's not really having too much of a trouble. And the kill actually ended up going to the Fiddle there. Up here, we've got Tryndamere pressing him to the tower. Looks like Talon is possibly coming down for a gank or to do Dragon. I'm not sure which. Or just a ward, you know. Because, yeah. So, there we go. He's going to head mid now from the looks of it and possibly go in for a gank on Syndra, although that's not going to end up happening. Oh, it might happen. This might happen if he sees her. There we go. She's going to go ahead and back off because she saw him hang out in that bush, and she is going to get out of this with her life. But that's going to give Orianna the time to deny her even more CS, widening that CS lead, and getting rid of the lead that he has from having an assist instead of a kill. So, definitely bringing the lane back into being even again. It looks like Tryndamere's going to go ahead and head back. Definitely a good idea. Does not want to get tower dove by the Jax here. It is going to give Jax the time to go ahead and go for this tower, though. So, that's a little unfortunate, but I mean, he really didn't have a choice. He had to go back because he was getting low. So, not going back would have just ended up getting him another death. And these guys are just kind of harassing the Orianna a bit. Talon saw that the Fiddlesticks was mid, so he said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take his red buff, because he knew that it had recently respawned. I'm not sure what Orianna's doing. Just kind of scouting it out. Oh, gets stunned by the Syndra there, and shields herself up, so she's going to be fine. Fiddlesticks is counter-jungling, getting the Wraiths here, but red's a little bit more important than Wraiths. So, definitely it leads to Talon coming out ahead, and he actually jumped in on Syndra, ultied, and then got the heck out of there. Did about... She was less than full life, so I'd say probably did a little bit more than a quarter of her life there, which, you know, does help Orianna quite a bit. But Fiddlesticks is just camping here. He's kind of hanging around. We do have a big engagement down here. The ulti from Draven comes out. He is at full life here. He's trying to catch up to these guys. Not going to end up happening, but they are going to be forced back, which is going to turn this CS lead back into Draven's favor. He didn't quite get the kill there, but he did try. He and Thresh tried pretty hard. The box came out from Thresh, but the slow was not quite enough thanks to that Leona ulti and everything. So Tryndamere is actually back under tower, and yet again, he is at half health. He is not having a good time. The stun comes out. It does land. The ulti comes out from Tryndamere, and he's going to survive this. But that does give the Jax the opportunity to go for this. There's his ulti. Wait, what? I thought he ultied before. Hold up. Okay, there we go. Misses it. Gets the stun. And Trynd didn't ulti. I think Jax assumed he ultied. Had he hit one more time, he would have been fine. There we go. There's the Tryndamere ulti. And Jax is like, what the heck? and he could have ignited as well, and he might have ended up finishing him off, but it didn't end up happening, so that is another kill there for the Tryndamere, and this one was due to a mistake there from the Jax. Fiddle is ulting in, though, and he's coming in, gets the fear off of the Tryndamere, and he's going to finish him off, maybe? Tryndamere spins away, and he's juking through the bushes, but I think he's still going to end up going down, although he could definitely be wrong. Unless Fiddle has flash. He doesn't have... Oh! Finishes off there with that ability. And not bad there. But in the meantime, that gave Talon the opportunity to go ahead and gank down here because he saw that, you know, the other guy's top. I'm coming in for a gank. He is indeed. Orianna's going in. Actually pretty low there. Shields herself up. The silence comes out from Talon. The Cinder ulti, though, was able to go ahead and finish off the Orianna. So that was not exactly what they were hoping for there. The silence didn't quite last long enough for them to burst her down, so she was able to get that ulti off, and I think she had 6 balls there, maybe 7, so she was able to instantly just destroy the Orianna. And Fiddlesticks is taking this time to get some damage in on this tower up here. Not very nice indeed. But everybody's back up. Jax is actually farming his own jungle, whereas Fiddlesticks is up top farming top lane, which is kind of a bit of a reversal here. Jax is currently 2-4-0 versus 4-3-0 for Tryndamere. Definitely a good sign for Tryndamere. If you're getting fed off of kills, that is one of the greatest things in the world for Tryndamere because he kind of needs it. He's kind of a bit of an 80... That was a strange spin. Kind of a bit of an 80 carry himself, and I mean his ulti turns him into a very tanky for a second and a half. But he needs the gold. And he's getting that gold. So that's really great for him. On the other hand, I mean, Jax is pretty good against him thanks to that dodge and the stun and everything. So we'll have to see what ends up happening late game. Both of them are really powerful late game. I mean, really powerful. So we'll see who ends up being the most powerful of the two. Fiddlesticks hanging around, probably going to try to steal this blue buff, and I think he might end up getting it. Oh! Did he get it? He did get it, and he got it from the Fiddlesticks. Put the bleed on the Fiddlesticks, decided not to finish him off because he was afraid that the Syndra might actually react to that. But he did manage to go ahead and grab it using his ulti, his smite, and his rake. Draven's on the run here from Bane. She flashes to finish it off. The Thresh is trying his best to get out. He's going to flash over the wall? No, he's going to go ahead and go for a box because the Talon was coming in. Talon's doing quite a bit of damage there to Bane. Bane's going to go down to the Talon. The Thresh Flay actually ends up getting him. There's the Rake, and that slowed him down. Down goes the Leona to the Talon. That was a very nice little bait there from Thresh. And Fiddlesticks is now trying to do his best. The Rake comes out to slow him down, but the Bouncy going to silence him, but it's not going to be able to finish them. And these guys are just kind of hanging around. Syndra's on a ward, so she has to watch out. Oh, she backed off just in time. She's not going to get hit by that ulti from Draven. But Fiddlesticks is. But Fiddlesticks was able to life drain down on the Talon, so he was able to survive that. So these guys are going to get out with very little health, but they are going to get out with their health. So that is currently that means it's currently 8-10 in the favor of the red team. It is 22,000 gold for the red team, 20,000 gold for the blue team, 1.3k ahead. And why did Tryndamere have to go back again? When did Tryndamere die? Alright, so there we go. These guys are duking it out up here. All that action was happening down there, which is what I was watching, so I didn't notice this. And there we go. I want to see exactly how he died there. The dodge comes out, stuns him there, and Tryndamere's getting pretty low. Ignites, and oh, doesn't get to use his ulti there. Had he used his ulti, he would have survived that, but Jax just said, nope, you're dead. And Tryndamere is indeed dead. So there we go. That's what happened there. And there's the death there of the Talon that we already saw. That gave Jax the opportunity to go ahead and shove this up. He is actually way ahead of Trynd in CS, which makes absolutely no sense to me because Trynd has been in lane a lot more than Jax has, I think. So I'm not sure how exactly Jax is this far ahead in CS, but he is, and that's really not a good thing for Tryndamere because, I mean, yes, Tryndamere has the 4 kills versus the 3 for Jax, but that CS difference is pretty big. It's a 30 CS difference almost. So, I mean, that's a lot of gold right there. These guys are getting Dragon. Draven's trying to stop them. I don't think it's going to end up happening. And the dragon is going to go to the red team there. And that is more gold there for the red team. Tryndamere and Jax juking it out again. Jax, nice juke there. But the heal there from Tryndamere meant that when Jax turned around to go back in on him, because, hey, it's a low Tryndamere. It wasn't a low Tryndamere anymore. So that ended up being a bit of a surprise there for the Jax. It was a really good attempt at a juke, though. I do like that a lot. But in the meantime, it looks like the Talon came in for a gank here. The silence comes out, the ulti from Orianna, and the ulti from Cinder was not quite enough to finish him off this time. And now we have Fiddlesticks setting up for a gank down bottom. And we may end up seeing this go out. The Flame misses from Thresh. And looks like Fiddlesticks is gonna just go ahead and hang out. Oh, in goes the Leona there. And stuns that Thresh. Thresh is getting really low. And Vayne is actually not attacking the Thresh at all. But the Fiddlesticks ulti comes in. The Leona is able to secure the Thresh. And Vayne is able to get the Draven there. Tryndamere got the top tower in the meantime. But these guys might be able to go ahead and take this tower before anybody can react. So Talon says, well, we'll grab his red again. And he is indeed going for that. I'm not sure who's going to get it, whether it'll be Trynd or Talon. Looks like it will indeed be Tryndamere, which is good for him. Having that burn on Jax is going to be, or against Jax, is going to be really annoying for Jax. And now they're just kind of counter-jungling the heck out of this guy. They're sitting on their own wards. There's no ward here from Jax. Jax is working his way around. He was picked up by a ward, places a ward there of his own, but not really going to matter too much. And there we go. They're pinging the Syndra saying, hey, let's do this. We'll see if they end up actually doing this. Looks like no. Tryndamere's going to head top. Talon seems to be headed top as well. And these guys are just kind of chilling out down here in the enemy jungle team. I'm going to go ahead and ward up this bush again. She likes the really deep wards. Kind of dangerous to do, but if you can actually ward it, it makes you very secure. And there we go. Here comes the gank in on Jax up here. So there we go. Down there's those wards that I was talking about. There we go. Tryndamere goes in on the Jax and dodges the Jax stun there. And Jax jumps over the wall, flashes away. He is slowed a little bit, but it's not going to be enough, and he's going to be fine. Oh, Tryndamere's going in, lands the chicken, and he's getting really low. Is he going to ulti? He does go ahead and ulti, but it's a lot of people here. He's going to be able to take down, no, he gets punted back. Oh, he does manage to finish off the Jax before he goes down. For a little bit, I thought it wasn't going to happen. There's the Talon trying to get away. He used his ulti, going to go ahead and rake them to slow them down, but he's still going to go down because it's everybody up here, but that gives Draven and Thresh the opportunity to go ahead and take the enemy team tower. So that was a 2 for 1 and a tower. So I think that the blue team did come out of this ahead, except for the fact that the purple team, or red team, is now going in on Baron. I don't think they'll be able to take this. Orianna is sitting here, dodges the stun there from Syndra. Ulti comes out from Draven. Doesn't hit anybody yet, but it will be able to soon. And, oh, the ulti from Orianna just destroys Vayne, who is sitting around in the Baron pit attacking, which is not a good place to do, because with her being the only one here, Baron was attacking her, which means that all of those stacks of Baron were going directly on her and her alone. So those shred your MR like crazy. So every one of Orianna's attacks just completely destroyed her. And that's exactly what happened. And she melted, and that gave Orianna the time to go ahead and go for a tower. Because, I mean, they didn't get the Baron. They got nothing for that. All they did was go attack the Baron and die. So it definitely wasn't the greatest thing had it not been warded, which I think they knew it was warded because I'm pretty sure they were there when Orianna warded it. But had it not been warded, it would have been a great way for them to sneak the Baron, but it didn't end up happening. These guys are sitting on a ward here. Leona's hanging out over here. Now they're going to go for this blue buff, and they're going to get picked up by the ward if they decide to go in. And Talon is indeed going in, but there are 4 people here, so he's got to watch out. Jax is down bottom, and blue buff is taken there. Tryndamere's up here just split pushing like mad. He's got a tower down, and he's continuing to push this. And Jax just got converged on. There we go. Gets raked there from the Talon. The ulti comes out as well. The pull from Thresh, and he's going to end up going down. He gets flayed, so that's slowing him down. And Mandan was able to finish him off there. The kill actually went to Draven. And Tryndamere's up here going in on the Vayne. Vayne decided to fight him one-on-one, which is not exactly what you want to do versus a Tryndamere. He's gonna actually just heal himself. No need for the ulti yet. Gets slowed there by that. Oh! He gets hit by Syndra, and he ends up going down without even using his ulti. So, he did manage to take down the Vayne, though, so that's really not too bad altogether. And he did draw some more attention up there. But, unfortunately, the team was not really able to capitalize on it because the lanes were pushed way too far out. Stun misses again from Syndra there. Orianna's being really good about dodging those now. Early on, she was having a little bit of trouble with it, but she has actually gotten a lot better, and she's routinely dodging them. That is one thing about Syndra. She telegraphs what she's going to do. I mean, if she puts a ball between you and her, she's probably going to stun you. So you need to make sure you're not in a line between her and the ball. Like that. So if you take a few steps to the side, you're probably going to be able to dodge it. I mean, she can readjust, of course, but you'll be able to see it happening, so you'll be able to dodge as well. So it does actually, it kind of hurts Syndra a little bit just because of that, but I mean, she's really strong anyway, so if she slows you down, the likelihood of you dodging, though, is pretty slim anyway. Wards are coming out from both teams, mostly from the red team for the moment, and Leona's actually getting rid of the wards here. And we've got Tryndamere and Orianna pushing up here, but there's two members of the red team here as well as Leona hanging around in the sidelines, so they've got to watch out. They don't want to get an actual engaged on because they'll end up losing to that. And Talon definitely does not want to go for the Jax, who's going to go back anyway, so it's going to be fine. Talon's going to go ahead and shove this back out. And there's pings there from the red team on mid lane. Both of those abilities missed. He neither got stunned nor grabbed, and he's going to be fine here. Thresh is now just kind of hanging around in the sideline, ready to disengage if need be, but there are 4 members of the red team here. And currently, well, actually now there's 4 members of the blue team as well. Draven's hanging around close by, so if need be, he can get in here really fast. Dragon has just respawned, and the red team's going for it. And now we see the blue team coming down. It's a 5 versus 4 at the moment. There's the chicken! And now they're going in. Syndra goes down. Down goes the Fiddlesticks. Ulti hits pretty much nobody the whole time. Talon goes down to the Fiddlesticks, though. Tryndamere is able to finish off the Leona, and Orianna finishes off Vayne. Jax takes down Draven, and Tryndamere finishes off Jax. That leaves only Fiddlesticks alive on the red team, and that means that the blue team's going to go ahead and go for this dragon that the red team had already tried to start. Not much success there. Just a lot of fighting all around, and she was the first one to go down. Tryndamere just beelined straight for her. I think he had to use his ult there, of course, but he did really well. Dove straight in on her, and Tryndamere has so much damage. He's just able to instantly just destroy people. He's actually 10-6-1. He's actually doing really well. Alright, and he's up here just pushing this. He has his own Blade of the Ruined King now, as does Jax. Jax is working on his Trinity Force now. Thought usually you see Jax's go Trinity Force first, but I guess against somebody like Tryndamere, you're probably going to want Blade of the Ruined King first, just because it does slow down the auto attacks. So I guess I can understand that, come to think of it. So I do approve of that. Alright. Wards coming out there. Red team's warding out. Red team definitely has a lot more wards than the blue team. Blue team's got a ward here and 2 down there. Whereas the red team has wards pretty much spread all over. They've got vision of a lot of the map. There we go. There's some more wards there from the blue team. But the red team definitely has superior vision. Unfortunately for them, the enemy team is just a lot stronger in an actual team fight. Jax is down split pushing. Tryndamere's going off to go counter it. And I'm pretty sure by now that Tryndamere can actually take the Jax 1 versus 1. They're caught up on CS mostly. Tryndamere's actually going to go for red here. Going to go ahead and grab that. This guy's going back, and Tryndamere's about to find him. Will he be able to interrupt the back, though? Nope. Nope, he went over the wall instead, got the CS, and just let Jax go back. Talon has pushed this up here, so it's doing some damage to the wall, the tower there, but Jax is here to counter it. And these guys are just kind of hanging around mid. They're pushing it, defending their tower here. But, I mean, they're not really making any plays at the moment. We see a lot of split pushing going on from the blue team. Jax is split pushing a lot. So, I mean, I guess the red team does need to be there to go ahead and keep that pressure on. But they're not really pressuring all that much, really. I mean, you know, you've got the Jax split push. But these guys, they're not pressing or doing anything like that to try to keep people here. So, that leaves Jax open for ganks. And he has to watch out. They're just kind of sitting at tower, which, if it's a 5 versus 4, that's definitely good. But at certain times, oh, there we go. Talon's going. Oh, Tryndamere's going in. This grab comes out there from Thresh. The Zhonya's comes out from Cinder. There's the ultimate there from Leona, and the Orianna plus the Thresh was able to go and finish off the Fiddlesticks. Tryndamere goes ahead and ults. The Draven finishes off the Leona. Tryndamere's going for the Vayne. Man, look at that damage. He's going to go down, though, I think. He does. He does indeed. There's the Draven ulti coming back. So that ended up being a shutdown on Tryndamere, but it did mean 2 for 1 so far. And the red team's still hanging around. They're pretty decent on health there. The stun comes out from Cinder. She gets hooked, though, and she goes down instantly to Draven. And that means that the blue team is going to be able to push this. She landed her stun and everything, but I mean, when there's a Thresh nearby, you do not want to be in the way. Oh, he lands a stun there on Jax. Not going to go in, though. I don't blame him. Jax is pretty tanky, and Jax was within the tower range. So had he gone in on that, they probably would not have come out ahead. Red team's pinging Baron saying, hey, watch out, they're probably doing it. But the blue team is not actually doing it. They're heading back to go and buy things with all the loot they just got. Trynd now has IE, which is very terrifying for the enemy team. And we actually have the red team rushing straight to Baron to do it themselves, apparently. I thought they were just saying, hey, they're there, but no, they're going for it. They're going to try to do this. Tryndamere, Orianna, Draven, and Thresh are all on their way. But they're still quite a ways away, and I don't think they'll be able to get here in time. There's the Fiddlesticks ulti. Baron is melting, but yeah, it's going to go down. Down it goes indeed. There is the Baron for the red team, and the blue team's going to have to watch out now, because that's a pretty scary enemy team. Tryndamere's going in on the Cinder. He just gets destroyed by her. His ulti was on cooldown. Tryndamere is too squishy to go in on that when his ulti is on cooldown. Cinder has so much burst with all those balls, and you got to see it right there. She just bursted him down. So now if the red team is smart, they will group and shove down a lane, because that's what they really need. They need to group and shove. It's currently a 4 versus 5. Now would be the great time. Instead of going back, Leona should have grouped. Everybody should have grouped and pushed mid. And unfortunately they didn't, so they're kind of wasting some of their Baron buff time. They're wasting their 4 versus 5 time. And honestly, I don't know that that's the greatest idea. They missed out on a lot there. They could have at least gotten 1 tower. Now Cinder's going to go back, and they're just wasting time. And that may end up costing them the game, because, I mean, they got Baron, and they did nothing so far. 4 versus 5, did nothing. This is the thing. I mean, kills are good and all, but you need to get objectives from the kills. If you're not getting objectives, where objectives? Anyway, if you're not getting towers, dragons, anything else, then you're not gonna win. It's gonna be very difficult. I mean, you know, Baron itself is an objective, but objective. Stop. Oh, Talon's going in there. Oh, did a lot of damage there to the Vayne. Out comes the Thresh pool, but she does go ahead and cleanse that or something. What was that? She doesn't have cleanse. My guess is the Leona has. Yes, Leona has Mikhail's, which was really powerful there. There we go. In goes the Talon, silences the Vayne there. The speed comes out from Leona trying to get these people out. Cinder goes back in and almost bursts down the Talon there. Tryndamere goes in. Cinder's getting really low. She stuns the Tryndamere. The Draven ulti is able to finish her off. There's the Tryndamere ulti, and he's now going in on the Leona. Gonna go ahead, finish her off. And Vayne is actually getting really low. Oh, she gets grabbed as well. She's going to go down to Draven. Jax is split pushing top. And there you go. Oh, the ulti comes out from Phil. Oh, he flashes. Gets played away, though. And there's the Zhonya's from him. Not going to get much damage, and he's going to go down for this. Yeah, he goes down as well. Jax is still split pushing, but Talon is there to fight it off. Talon, I don't think Talon can take down a fed Jax. No, he goes down to the Jax. But in the meantime, the blue team is still just pressing here, and that is way more important for them. They're getting an inhibitor, and Jax got to kill somebody. Again, I mean, you're seeing that a lot this game. The red team is just not going for anything but kills. Okay, he got a tower there, but I don't know. They're really messing up when they have an advantage. They're not really using that advantage. They didn't group. They just kind of did a split push thing, sort of, kind of, and they ended up dying because of it. So, I don't know. They really should have grouped mid and pushed, or grouped some lane, and pushed. Mid is often the preferred one when this one is here, because getting rid of this tower denies so much to the enemy team. It denies all this vision here, and it just really hurts the enemy team, as well as giving you the global gold. So, in my opinion, they really should have gone for that. Jax is going to successfully go back when Talon was right there. But they didn't, so either way, not really going to matter. Not going to matter at all, and now they are just kind of on the defensive again. Had the opportunity to go on the defensive, and they just decided to play, let's trade backs. There we go. They are going to give this blue buff here to Syndra, though. Jax is getting the red buff in the meantime with these guys right on the other side, and now he finds a Thresh and Orianna there. Not really going to take much damage, though. There we go. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Nope. I don't know. Little blue, little glowy stuff around him, which is kind of cool. Baron buff, I think, just wore off, no? Yeah, Baron buff is no longer on them. So all that advantage they had, I mean, they lost a team fight. That's what they used their Baron buff for, to lose a team fight. Which, I mean, it wasn't even a full 5-on-5 team fight or 5-on-4 or anything else. Oh, nice Thresh grab there. What exactly happened in mid lane? Okay, Orianna was a bit extended here, and I guess that Vayne and Syndra... Oh, there we go. Vayne went in, the stun came out from Syndra, and the slow as well, but that Thresh Lantern was able to get her out of it so far. Flashes the Leona ulti. The grab comes out from Thresh, does not hit, but there we go. In goes the Tryndamere, gets shunted back. He's got a lot of speed, though, and down went the Vayne to Tryndamere, actually. I think his Ignite. Yeah, his Ignite finished her off, and Draven was able to finish off the Leona, and now the blue team's probably going to be able to push this to win. Red team now has Syndra, Fiddlesticks, and Jax left up, whereas the entire blue team is here. And you see, yes, she's low, but she's helping her team to push, because that's what you need to do. You need these towers, you need to get rid of them, and that's how you win. And yes, she's low, so she could end up dying, but at the same time, she could end up being very useful. There we go. Tryndamere ulti. He's going in on the Fiddlesticks there. He's going to go down, though. He does indeed, but that gave Talon time to finish off the Syndra. Thresh goes down. Draven, actually, they're a little overextended here. Jax is going in. He's going to go down, though. The shield came out from Orianna, and had Orianna not been there, Draven would now be dead. In goes Leona. Draven, there's the shield again from Orianna, and that gives Draven, again, that massive boost there. And Vayne goes down as well. Finally, there's the Fiddlesticks ulti. Finally manages to take down that Draven. And, oh, nice. Fiddlesticks is forced to go ahead, and Zhonya's there, which told Orianna, hey, as soon as he pops up, use that ulti, and she managed to get the ace on him, even though they were that low. That was really well played there by the Orianna, and pretty much everybody. I really liked the shields coming out. Hey, you're really low. Shield, shield, shield. And that kept them alive for so long there. And that's what I was talking about. Had she gone back, which, given what we've seen of the red team, that's exactly what she would have done. Had she been on the red team, been one of them, she would have gone back. But she stuck with the team far enough back that they couldn't get on her, but that she could still assist the team with slows and shields and everything else. And that ended up winning that fight for them again. And that's what I've been talking about. You've got to... The kills aren't just everything. You've got to be able to do more than that. Going back at the right time is important, yes, but going back at the wrong time is also really bad. Alright, Tryndamere versus Jax up here. Jax jumped in, and Tryndamere goes in on him. The little whirly bird comes out, and there we go. Tryndamere's going in, uses his Blade of the Ruined King. He's taking a lot of damage from Jax. And there we go. He is ignited, and now he's trying to get out of this. Gonna use his Q there. He does get that up, but Jax jumps on him, and he manages to finish him off there. I'm kind of surprised Jax is able to do that much more damage than Tryndamere. He does have the Branduin's Omen, which helped a lot. Slowed down Tryndamere's attack, and then the active obviously slowed it down even more. And now Talon's kind of going in here. Gonna go ahead and rake him, but Talon can't finish off a Jax. It's not gonna happen. Talon's really good assassin, but against somebody with a Randuin's Omen and Ninja Tabby, not going to happen. So he's going to be forced to back off. He's just kind of trying to keep this off, while in the middle, there's just a little bit of a fighting going on here. Thresh's here, misses the grab there on Vayne, and they're just actually just mostly posturing here. Vayne shuts the Thresh away. Oh man, Cinder got really low. Out comes the Draven ulti, finishes her off. And that means that it is now a 4 versus 4, which, as we've seen, is well in the blue team's favor. Even when they were behind in gold, that was in the blue team's favor, honestly. And Fiddlesticks and Jax are both top, which means it's currently 2 people in the mid lane. These guys are going to get the inhibitor, and there's really not much the red team can do about it. There we go. They're going into the inhibitor now. Actually, they're going for the minions first. No, they're going for the inhibitor. Okay, I thought so. And yeah, they're going to be able to take this down. That goes down. Jax and Fiddlesticks decided to go in on Baron. What the heck is this? It is warded, so the blue team knows, and now we've got Draven, Thresh, Orianna, and Talon all collapsing here. Jax is going to run this way. Out comes the speed boost there from Orianna. In goes the Talon, and rakes the Jax. Jax is going to go down. Out comes the Fiddlesticks ulti. He's forced to Zhonya's. The Jax went down to Orianna, and now Fiddlesticks melts as soon as his Zhonya's wears off. And that means that's going to be a free Baron here for the blue team. These guys were way out of position. They knew that the blue team was here, and they decided to stick it out and go for Baron. What the heck? Oh, the Baron throws. Oh, man. I haven't seen too many of those from Dignitas this season. I mean, they haven't been doing the greatest ever, but they haven't had Baron throws as much. Although I think there's one of them. I think they did do one. But they haven't been doing quite as much. Out comes the slow there from Tryndamere. Going in. Down goes the Cinder. He's going to go ahead and ulti. Going in on Vayne. Vayne goes down. He's going to get out of this thanks to that shield and everything else. Down goes the tower. Down goes the second tower almost instantly. They have a lot of damage, and down goes the Nexus. That is going to be the victory for the blue team. And Thresh is just kind of showing off, grabbing the Leona. So that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.